Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Let's keep going with the euro currency. So currently market stands in some informational vacuum because all major events have happened last week. So the Fed, European Central Bank, agreement with the China been achieved, and currently it's a bit lack of new information. So the two things that markets will closely look in the nearest few weeks. This is Bank of England meeting this week. This will be important after the election. It's the first time when the markets finally will take care about and pay attention to some statistics, some economical affairs after the political turmoil has come down a bit, and all the stuff around impeachment. So that's two major driving factors for mass media, as you know. Well, I'm not sure that impeachment will be really some very important driving factor in the near term, but it seems that till the holidays, till this Christmas, hardly will get something really new compared to all this, both these factors. We're closer to the end of the financial year, we're closer to the holidays, so investors start thinking about the booking results, getting the bonuses in the companies, and preparing for holidays. So it's traditional time of the bit. Slow down on the markets. What we see on the euro. On the euro, you could see that market is quoting inside this recent spike up. It was triggered by the events of the last week. We talked about it. You can see yesterday, today, both sessions stands inside one to this after the market hits the COP. At the same time, we do not have yet some deep pullback, deep retracement, some signs of the reversal. Market stands relatively tight. No, this is in general good sign, because we suggest in our weekly report that currently, indeed, maybe this is possible that euro is turning to the new era, and that really could be very interesting, because market with some circumstances on the background could show the real change of the trend on the long-term chart. But for that purpose, market has to continue upward action. But right now, as you can see, this two sessions stands in the same. Still, if you'll take a look at the dollar index, you'll see that on the dollar index we have a bit different picture. So market also is forming here the same ABCD pattern, but take a look where price stand. So the dollar continues to drop, and you can see that market right now stands below its recent lows and significantly below these lows. While on the euro currencies, you will take a look at it. Yes, market has shown this spike of this previous top, but currently market stands below this top, so some divergence stands with the dollar index. On the intraday chart, guys, we are keep watching and follow our trending plan. If you remember, our trending plan is based on this potential head and shoulders pattern, and here you can see some interesting moments exist with this. So if you remember, in the weekend we talked about this pattern, and so one of the concern was about how it will start. So that market will drop a bit lower first and forming this kind of neckline and starting upward action. But you can see the week has started with a minor gap up and market's coming higher. As a result, it stands right now approximately at the point where I've suggested that scalp traders could consider a chance to go short with the situation, because market could form some kind of the A, B, C, top, D pattern. Here we have again some specific price action that previously, well, happens on the market not very often. So take a look. With this a bit irrational upward action here, as you can see, market strongly holds this steep trend line, just trying to hold above it So it looks a bit artificial on the market. And take a look on this upward action. It reminds me this kind of action, where this retracement stands too deep compared to this pattern, which should be 2 times smaller. It's normally it was stronger, but still the market shows this drop. Here's again, this kind of action is a bit well, too steep and strong, and compares to what we prefer to see. But still, this doesn't mean that market will definitely proceed action to the upside. Here is a point that you could consider if you're searching chance to go short in EUR, because if you take a look at the hourly chart, take a look what we have. We have resistance cluster, so this is 618 resistance, 1157 from this top to this bottom. We have also 50% resistance of whole downward action. Market is calling around it. Trend on the fall diaphragm chart and on the hourly chart stands bearish, and this is, as I call it, culmination point. Why? Although the culmination point doesn't provide you definitely, doesn't promise you that you will succeed with the trade, but if you take position at culmination point, you get the best risk-reward ratio. So you are able to place most tight stop the position, because take a look here, you could place stop slightly above this area. And if you will succeed, your target at least will be COP 111, this is 65 pips potential. Because market could just complete here the right arm of this head and shoulders pattern, and then it could drop even more. And here's the point that will be vital for this pattern. So for example, if market will suddenly jump up and break in this level, it will mean that it's not the hand shoulders anymore, market standing higher, which also suggests that taking out of this top. So it clearly will show you the next direction, if this resistance will fail and if market will not stop here and will not start dropping. So that's the point where you will know definitely whether you're right or wrong. But if you take position right at this point, you will get the best risk reward ratio. So your stop, your loss, potential loss, if you will get it, this will be minimal. So that's why at these points that we're usually trying to consider, and if we plan some positions, we're usually trying to take them around the culmination points. But as I said, it doesn't guarantee you that you will definitely get the profit, because if pattern will fail, in this case, of course, we will get the loss. Another advantage of the overall situation here is that we have the resistance levels, and you can see the market is challenging them, it's showing the pullbacks. That could lead you to move stops to the break-even. So, for example, if market will challenge this area, well, it's significant probability that it will show some pullback here again, and that will let you to protect your position with a break-even stop. So, that's been said, currently in the nearest time we probably will get the answer whether our setup with this head and shoulders pattern will start to work and market will show this drop right back down, or this scenario will fail, market will continue upward climbing, and that will be already the challenge for this stop. In this case, market will probably try to break this area up and to continue upward action. So that's two moments that we have right now on the table, and we should keep close eye on what will happen right around this area, because this area, guys, 1155, 1165 is the key for understanding of this situation. So breaking of this area will mean that market is going higher. So that's what we have currently in the euro.